محمد صلوات.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Hadith Qisa, the event of the cloak. Fatima al-Zahra, the daughter of the Prophet, peace be upon them, is to have thus related an event. My father, the Prophet of Allah, came to my house one day and said to me, "Peace be on you, O Fatima." I replied, "And upon you be peace." Then he said, "I feel weakness in my body." I said, "Allah protects you from the weakness, father." He said, "Fatima, please bring the Yamini cloak and cover me with it." So I brought the cloak and covered him with it. Then I looked at him and saw that his face was shining like a full moon with its glory and splendor. After a while, my son Al-Hassan came in and said, "Peace be on you, O mother." I replied, "And upon you peace, O light of my eyes and the delight of my heart." He then said, "Mother, I smell a sweet fragrance, so sweet and pure as that of my grandfather, the Prophet of Allah." I replied, "Yes, your grandfather is lying underneath the cloak." Hassan went near the cloak and said, "Peace be on you, my grandfather, the Prophet of Allah. May I enter the cloak with you?" He replied, "Upon you be peace, my son, and the master of my fountain. You are given permission to enter." So Hassan entered the cloak with him. After a while, my Hussein came in and said, "Peace be on you, O mother." And I replied, "And upon you peace, O light of my eyes and the delight of my heart." He then said, "Mother, I smell a sweet fragrance like that of my grandfather, the Prophet of Allah." I replied, "Yes, your grandfather and your brother are lying underneath the cloak." Hussein stepped towards the cloak and said, "Peace be on you, my grandfather, the chosen of Allah. May I enter the cloak with you?" He replied, "And upon you peace, my son, and interceder of my followers. You are given the permission to enter." So Al-Hussein entered the cloak with them. After a while, Abu Hassan Ali ibn Abi Talib came in and said, "Peace be on you, O daughter of the Prophet of Allah." I replied, "And upon you peace, O father of Hassan and the commander of the faithful." He then said, "Fatima, I smell a sweet fragrance like that of my brother, the Prophet of Allah." I replied, "Yes, he is underneath the cloak with your two sons." So Ali went near the cloak and said, "Peace be on you, O Prophet of Allah. May I enter the cloak with you?" He replied, "And upon you peace, my brother, my legatee, my successor, and my standard bearer. You are given permission to enter." So Ali entered the cloak with them. Then I stepped forward and said, "Peace be on you, my father, O Prophet of Allah. May I enter the cloak with you?" He replied, "And upon you peace, my daughter, O part of myself. You are given the permission to enter." So I entered the cloak with them. Getting together underneath the cloak, my father, the Prophet of Allah, held the two ends of the cloak and raised his right hand towards the heavens and prayed, "O Allah, these are the people of my household, Ahlul Bayt. They are my confidants and my supporters. Their flesh is my flesh, and their blood is my blood. Whoever hurts them hurts me too. Whoever displeases them displeased me too. I am at war with those at war with them. I am at peace with those at peace with them. I am the enemies of their enemies, and I am the friend of their friends. They are from me and I am from them. O Allah, bestow your blessings, benevolence, forgiveness and your pleasure upon me and upon them, and remove impurity from them and keep them thoroughly pure." Then the Lord Almighty Allah said, "O my angels, O residents of my heavens, verily I have not created the erected sky, the stretched earth, the illuminated moon, the bright sun, the rotating planets, the flowing seas and the sailing ships, but for the love of these five lying underneath the cloak." Gabriel, the trusted angel, asked, "Who are under the cloak?" The Almighty answered, "They are the household of the Prophet and the assets of prophethood. They are Fatima, her father, her husband, and her two sons." Gabriel said, O Lord, may I fly to earth to be the sixth of them?" Allah replied, "Yes, you are given the permission." Gabriel the trusted landed near them and said, "Peace be on you, O Prophet of Allah. The All-Highest conveys his peace on you and his greetings and says, by my honor and glory, O my angels, O residents of my heavens, verily I have not created the erected sky, the stretched earth, the illuminated moon, the bright sun, the rotating planets, the flowing seas and the sailing ships, but for your sake and love. God has given me permission to enter the cloak with you. May I join you, O Prophet of Allah? The Prophet replied, and peace be on you, O trusted bearer of Allah's revelations. You are granted the permission. So Gabriel entered the cloak with us and said to my father, Allah sent his revelations to you. Verily Allah's desire is to remove blemish from you, O people of the household of Ahlul Bayt, and purify you with a perfect purification. Then Ali said to my father, O Prophet of Allah, tell me, what significance has Allah reserved from His grace for this gathering of ours under His cloak? The Prophet replied, I swear by He who rightfully appointed me a prophet and selected me with prophethood as a saviour. This episode of ours will not be recounted in any gathering from the gatherings of the people of the earth, where a group of our followers and lovers are present, except that there will descend upon them mercy, and angels will encircle them, asking Allah the remission of their sins until the assembly disperses. So Ali said, in that case, we have attained success, and our followers have attained success by the Lord of the Kaaba. Then the Prophet replied a second time, O Ali, I swear by He who rightfully appointed me a prophet and selected me with prophethood as a saviour. This episode of ours will not be recounted in any gathering from the gatherings of the people of the earth, where a group of our followers and lovers are present, and there be a person present full of grief, except that Allah will remove his grief, and no person in distress, except that Allah will dispel his distress, and no seeker of any wish, except that Allah grants his wish. So Ali stated, in that case, by Allah, we have attained success and felicity, and our followers also have attained success and felicity in this world and the hereafter by the Lord of the Kaaba. Salawatuna Muhammad wa ala
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.